Hello everyone and welcome to the third lecture in the series Miscellaneous Python. In this series I will be telling you about f-strings and how they improve the string formatting. So they were introduced in Python 3.6, so you can't use them in any version that came before 3.6. F-strings are a way to format strings and many people think that the full form of f-strings is formatted strings. An advantage of f-strings are that they are more readable, more concise and less prone to error than other ways of string formatting. But they are also faster at the same time. By the end of this video, you will be able to learn how and why you should use f-strings. So first, let us discuss what life was like before f-strings came into the picture and how f-strings improved that situation. So before 3.6, you had two ways of formatting or embedding Python expressions inside string literals: percent formatting and str format. First, let us talk about percent formatting. Okay, so let us go back to our Python console. So as you can see, I am using Python 3.8.10, which is a version greater than which released after 3.6. So let us say I had a variable called name with my first name and a variable called age with my age. So now if I wanted to use these two variables in a string, I can do so using string formatting like so. Hello %s, you are %s, and after the string literal I will write a percentage sign, and inside a tuple, which is open and close parenthesis, I will supply the name of the variable that I want to use, which here is name and age, in the order that I want to use them. So as you can see, after I pressed enter, I got hello Vaibhav, you are 23, which seems alright. But if you go to a slightly more complex example, you will see why it is more verbose and how it can lead to errors. Okay, so let us enter the new variables along with their values. I'm sorry, but I'm just copying them because it will be just too much work to type it out. Age I've already defined, profession teacher, and I am affiliated to Monty Python. Let us say. Okay, so now I will use percent formatting in a more complex example, and you will see why it is more verbose. So as you saw, when I pressed enter, I got the correct output. Hello Vaibhav Kulshesh, you are 23, you are a teacher, you are a member of Monty Python. That's all well and good. However, as you can probably see, this is very verbose. I mean, I had to write 4%, 5% s, and then after the string literal I had to write the percent sign and then the names of 5 variables. This is very verbose. And also, if I by mistake if I messed up the order of variables, my output string would be poorly formatted, which we obviously don't want. That is why percent formatting isn't great. Okay, so then str format came into the picture. This is a slightly better way to format strings. However, this is also not perfect, as you will soon see. So let's say I had a dictionary. Okay, the double quotes here are oh. Yeah, so I have a dictionary called person with two keys, name and age. Name here being Vaibhav and age 23. So if I want to use that in a string using str format, I will do so. Okay, so copying isn't easy here. Oops. So hello hello name, you are age. So hello above, you are 23 is what I expect it to output. Now I come into the format part, and this is after the double quotes, after the quotation marks, and I type the name of the variable and the value that I want this variable to take. I want this variable to take the value from the dict person that has the key name, and age again from the dict person and key age. Okay, got the double quotes. Yeah, so when I wrote this, you saw I got the correct output, hello above, you are 23. But this was also slightly verbose. I mean, I had to type the names of the variables twice, name here, age here, along with their values. This is also not the ideal condition. And as you probably might guess, if I go into a more complex example like the one I have here, you will see why this is problematic. Okay, now let us just see that for argument's sake. We'll just copy this. Format, and then this long string, first name equal to first name, age equal to age, blah blah. Sorry, please bear with me. I know this is irritating. Please bear with me. Okay, and you saw that when I entered this example, I got the wrong output. For the last two examples, for the last two formats, I got the correct output. But for the first two, I didn't, and that was because the values of the first two variables are not initialized. So if I say my first name is Vaibhav and my last name is, yes, this is verbose because my last name is very long, and lastly my age is 23. So see, oops. But basically you get what I'm trying to say, right? When I do string formatting with a long example, you will see how it is very verbose, and as you probably saw, how it leads to errors. Thus we go on to f strings, which are here to save the day. The syntax is similar to what we just saw, but it is slightly less verbose. So you see, my name, I will just write my first name here because it's concise, and my age, which I just wrote, but I'll still write earlier, still write once again my name and age. And with f strings, you can simply type the name of the variable once, but you have to prefix the string literal with an f character. Now this f can be either be lowercase or uppercase. So in this example, we have a lowercase f preceding the string literal. So you see, when I pressed enter, I got the correct output, and the command was way less verbose. I can get the same output if I use capital F or uppercase F here as well. So see, I used uppercase F but still got the correct output. Also, one benefit of f strings are that since they are evaluated at runtime, you can put any and all valid Python expressions in them, and they will be evaluated at runtime and you will get the correct output. Okay, so as an example, sorry, let us take this first example. An f string that is supposed to output the value 23 of 20 plus 3. And you see this works. Okay, let us say we have a function 2 lowercase. Turn input dot lower. Okay, so what this will do is that it will convert your input string to a lowercase string and return that. Okay, so now let us say I wrote my full name that had 2 capital letters. Okay, and I want to see what the value of this f string will be. F string 2 lowercase name is funny, and you see I got the correct output. Web of Kulshesh is funny with all characters in lowercase, and that is why f strings are useful. They are evaluated at runtime, and you can use and insert any valid Python expressions in them. Okay, but if you want to use f strings in multi-line strings, then you have to be a little careful. Okay, so let us say we have 3 variables: name, profession, and affiliation, affiliated to Monty Python, obviously. Okay, now we want to have a for f string, a multi-line f string. Okay, how can we do so? You can do so if you if you precede each line with the lowercase or an uppercase f. So here, as you can see, f, then string literal hi name. Okay, then you are preceded by an f, again lowercase here. Lastly, you are in affiliation preceded by an f. So when I press enter, you will see that the variable message has the correct value, and that is because I used a lowercase f on each line. If I had forgotten to write a lowercase or an uppercase f on any line, I would have printed these brackets with the name of the variable inside, literally. So I would have printed you are a profession within brackets instead of you are a teacher. Okay, so you have to use f strings, multi-line f strings in this exact way in order to avoid errors. If you don't, you will definitely end up with errors. Okay, so what you probably might not have been able to see is the speed of f strings. But trust me, they are faster than both the options that we discussed earlier, % formatting and str format. And that is because these are expressions that are evaluated at runtime and not constant values that have to be fetched from memory. And since each expression is evaluated in its own scope, then and the result put together with the string literal, which it was a part of, the resulting string with the expression evaluated is returned. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lecture and you saw the usefulness of f strings. I hope you use f strings in all your projects from now on and improve the speed at which your project does work. Okay, thank you for attending this lecture. I hope to see you in the next lecture. Bye.